Okay. So let's open up our old our project we did yesterday, Min. So go to my stuff, and we're gonna continue from there. We're gonna make a high score counter.
Check the game, that game we did yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't really name my games, so sometimes it can be hard.
It's okay. Just name it. Just try to see if it's that
Right
game. And
now it's Untitled 19.
okay, just
So
name
put
it.
variables and create and make a list. Do we do make a list?
Did you open up the game yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make a list, and then this is going to have our high score. So yeah, let's go to variables.
Are we
And
gonna for the sprite only or for all sprites?
for all sprites.
Okay. Hey, not block.
Yeah, wrong one. Yeah,
Name.
for all sprites, and then call it scores. Do you have a cloud variable, or do you have just like my screen where you have to select two choices?
Um, yours.
Okay, because I wanted to make a cloud variable, and then I can't because I have to be a scratcher. I'm a new scratch or something like that. I have to make more games and then comment and follow people. Anyways, okay. So what this is going to do is going to keep track of the scores, and it's going to sort the scores. Of course, high score, and it's going to have the name, name of the person, and then how much he scored. Okay. So let's do this by one. We're going to so we're going to change the way how our game starts. So when we click the flag, it's going to have a beginning screen. So it's going to say welcome, and then you press the button to start, and then it starts the game. Okay. But before you start the game, it's going to ask for a username, so a name. So you're gonna enter my name is Bob or something, and then that is going to be recorded. And when your score is shown, it's going to display here with your name. Okay. So
So is
let's.
wait. So that's wait. So is that how people make the leaderboards?
Yeah, that's how they make leaderboards.
How do you make things to say? Do you use lists?
Yes, but ours is not going to save because like that's what I was saying about cloud variables. We don't have cloud variables because so if you go to your profile, um, so I'm gonna just it doesn't launch. Yeah, let me just say what I have. Then I go to my profile. So if I go to my profile, see it says new scratcher. And then it says become a scratcher. So if you click on become a scratcher, then it'll tell you how to become a scratcher. So oh wait, never mind. I just became a scratcher. Oh okay. So now that's interesting. It just lets you become a scratcher. Okay. All right. So just do that then. Go to your profile and just become a scratcher. Um,
I'll do it. Ah, I accidentally went to my stuff.
yeah, and now it says cloud variable. So that's what we want. Stored on server.
Wait, I'm gonna read what it says. Wait, so do we remake the sprite?
Wait, what do you mean? We remake the sprite?
I mean, we remake the list.
No, the list you can't save it on the cloud. We can only save make a when you make a variable. So that's the only one we need. You'll see why. Okay. So now that we have that, what we're gonna do is before we start doing scores, we are going to keep track of because our game. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. First, we're going to make a title screen, and it's going to ask for a username. Okay. In our game, we have to create another part where it's going to keep track of time. Okay. So our game currently doesn't have a you win screen yet because we don't have a condition, when can you finish the game.
Did,
So we're going to give the player 60
did
seconds
you write
to
the current costume variable yet?
the current costume variable. What do you mean?
The variable, like the current costume variable. For you, it's checked. Should we uncheck it yet?
Oh, yeah, just uncheck it. Yeah, we don't need it.
Already did.
Yeah, we just need points. Yeah, so we need the time, and then that, depending on how much things we catch, that's what we're going to record on our score. Okay.
Report our score. Is it
Yeah.
gonna be a leaderboard?
Yeah, or yeah, it's gonna put there. It's gonna sort the scores and put our leaderboard in there. So yeah, so let's get started first by making a title screen. So
Leaderboard.
what was that?
And we named it to leaderboard.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna call it scores for now. Yeah, you rename it as leaderboard. That's fine. Okay. So first, let's create our launch screen. So we're gonna go to. Let's see how we're gonna do this with backdrops. No, yeah, we're gonna go to backdrops and no, you know what? It's just gonna be simple and plain. It's just gonna say play, and then by your name, and it's gonna have an input. So I'm gonna uncheck scores or the leaderboard, so we have more space. And I'm going to make a sprite, a button sprite. So let's see, a button sprite, and here it's going to say play. So we're going to go to costumes and then just type in play. Okay. And then we're going to make another text. So I'm going to paint another thing. I'm going to call it watching game black. And put this here. And then we're going to ask for enter name. So let's see. Yeah. So I'll give you a couple seconds to catch this up. So all I did is just make two sprites. The first one is a button, and the second one is just a text. Okay. Let me know when you're ready to move on, so I don't lose you.
Ready?
Okay. So once we have that, let's add a ask question. So we're going to
Sensing.
the sensing. Oh yeah, ask. Here we go. We're going to ask. So when the flag is clicked, we're going to ask, what is your what is your name? That's fine. So what is your name? And here, oh, we need. I'm gonna move my button up just a bit. You know what? I'm gonna put this in button, not on the text. The text, I'm just gonna remove it. So on the button, I'm gonna say, what is your name? And this is something. And then answer, we're gonna say, uh, forever if answer. equals, not equals blank. So not equals blank. So just empty. So if the answer is not equal empty, so that means they put something in there, then we move on. So here I'm going to broadcast start game. So new message. I'm going to say start game. All right. So I'll let you catch up.
Ready? So we're gonna replace the thing, the one flag clicked and referee. One flag clicked with when I receive start or what? Ready? Ready. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna remove this forever block, and instead I'm gonna do repeat until, and then repeat until answer is not equal to nothing. So that makes our code smaller instead of this. I'm gonna remove this. And also remember to put hide. So after you broadcast start game, you need to hide this button, and then show when you click the flag. So after you click the flag, show, and then inside until the thing is nothing, then it's going to hide. Okay. Then the same thing with sprite one. Sprite one, we need to say when the flag is clicked, show. So go to when the flag is clicked, show, and then when I receive start game, it's going to hide. Okay.
Wait. Ready?
Okay.
Ah, Mom, no! No!
Okay. So one more thing we have to do is when you click on the click on the button. So let's grab a when I'm clicked. Let's see, touching. How does the click thing happen? On mouse down. Yeah. So this one. So we're gonna grab and. So when answer is on and mouse down. Yeah, how do you click something? I forgot. Um, and touching mouse pointer, I think. Yeah, so these two have to be together. So we need to grab an and for both. So touching mouse pointer and mouse down, and answer is not blank.
When One time I put an or in an or, but it didn't work. One time I put an or in an or and then put the things I need to put it in it, but it didn't work.
Oh. This is not working. So we have our answer that is blank. So it's not equal to blank, and it's touching mouse pointer and mouse down. Hmm. Is yours working, Min?
Mine's not working. It only when I work. That's the same thing I had. Like it just starts with a ball. Like it starts with my ball that keeps Kane cussing, and then just one referee.
Just one referee.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
Keeps changing its costume.
That's weird. Mine is stuck with two. Just one apple and then the other one.
I don't see any other apple or any other culprit.
I think I know the problem. We're broadcasting too much. So maybe we have to change it to an if.
Even if I don't put in the answer, then it's if I click play and I don't put anything in the answer, then it still makes the game start. You're not gonna go to your shirt and see your. Can't. I can't. And Mom, of course, like can't.
Let's see. Here, when the sprite is clicked better. So let's do this instead. So when the flag is clicked, answer is nothing. Okay, so now if I put something. Okay. It does work. Okay. Yeah, so that was our problem then. You need to remove the forever block. So here, this is how our button should look like. I'm sorry?
You mean the one the sprite clicked?
Yeah, when the sprite is clicked. And make sure you put all the if statements, the one we just did inside the here. So actually, you know what? We just need one. We need this one, and that's it. So here, it doesn't let you play anymore. And if I press play, and then I press enter and play, and it lets me play. Okay. One thing about this too is that our answer should, if it's not, so we need an if else. If it does, if our answer is not correct, then it's going to ask it again. So make an if else. So instead of an if, we need an if else. And we put the not here, broadcast here. remove this if, and instead here on the else, just ask again, what is your name, and wait. So here, if I press enter, it's gonna ask us again. Enter again. There you go. There you go. That should now it works. Because it was not asking us again. So if we did not enter anything, then it's gonna ask us. It wasn't asking us. So now it's asking us again. You can remove the rest of the if statements. Hey, did you get yours to work?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that is there. So now we have an answer, which is our name. So we're gonna make a variable, and we're gonna remember this name. So we're gonna click on make a variable for all sprites and call this variable user. Press OK, and then here when we are about to broadcast the
Variable.
uh
What type of variable? Cloud?
for all. No,
What?
no cloud yet. No cloud yet.
Okay. When are we gonna do cloud?
Cloud is when we record the high score.
Okay.
Okay. So here we're going to broadcast start game, and then we're going to set name user to answer. We're going to go to sensing and put answer here. So user is now going to be set to answer.
I almost missed a point.
Mm-hmm. So yours works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to keep track of time. So remember that we said that we need to have a win victory condition. So let's go back to the referee. Okay. And I'm just going to go down here right below the first two that we made. So just some empty space. And just like we did with the other games, we're going to make a timer that's going to go backwards. So can you do that? Can you do the timer stuff? Do you remember how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you 2 minutes to figure it out.
You taught us two ways, but I remember one way.
Okay, that's fine. Just do one way. Remember, we have 60 seconds, and then
The way I don't remember.
okay, that's fine. Just show me what you can do. Okay. So just let me know when you're ready. You can do this by yourself.
Ready. We just need to make it so it starts when...
Okay. Can I see your screen so I can see yours? Your thing. The way you did it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. Reset timer. If timer is greater than 1, change time left by. Okay. Very good, Min. That looks really good. Yep. Yep. All right. So let me do that on mine so that I can catch up. Listen.
Just remember to make the variable.
Yeah.
We need to set the time where it's going to stay at 0.
Yeah. Okay. So we're good. So now we have our timer working. The next thing we need to do is whenever we reach 0, we're going to broadcast a end game. So when we end game, we should stop all the scripts and we need to save whatever data we just have and put it inside our list. Okay. So first, let's check if the time if our change time or sorry if our time is less than 0 or less than 1. I mean. So here in the same block where we have the reset timer, we need to say if. Let's see.
Wait, I know another way.
Okay.
Like after the set timer, and just remove the forever and put it into a
Repeat until. Yeah,
we're
that works too.
less than.
Yep,
Until
that works too.
time,
So,
until time is less than 0.
yeah, so repeat until time is less than 1. Because we don't care if it's 0, it should be game over already. I don't think 0 should be counted as a number. I mean, if you want to count it as a number, that's fine. But I'm not gonna count it. I think
And
0 is loss.
then just
Hmm?
do a broadcast.
Yeah, and then you would broadcast a game over. So broadcast, make a new message, and then game over
Our timeout
or timeout, so whichever one. Yeah.
or time or no time left. You can also do no time left.
Hmm. Yeah, that works too.
Is there even any other kids?
Yeah, there's one more.
Who?
I think it's Isaac. Isaac is here.
Who's Yalke Tan?
Yeah, that's Isaac.
Isaac?
Mm-hmm.
How come he hasn't even talked yet?
Maybe he's just following or catching up.
That's why I didn't know he was there.
Sorry?
I didn't know he was there because he was so quiet.
Ah, I see.
He's so quiet.
So just to test this, I'm gonna reduce this to 5 seconds instead of 40. So 60. So this can go faster. Yep, this works. So just make sure you have, when I receive game over, stop other scripts in this sprite. So all the other stuff stops. And then same thing with the the ball. So everything stops. So let me see. Everything should stop. So we have 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0 seconds. It's game over. Okay, and then here we need to add our object to, I mean, our high score to our list. So we're going to make a list.
Don't I already have a list?
Oh, yeah, we do. Sorry. We do have a list. I thought we didn't. Yeah, so make sure you use the list. And then here,
Add add points to leaderboard.
yeah, add points to the leaderboard. So let's go to.
Wait. We should make a high score thing so then it doesn't always so then it doesn't change even when the point is lower than your highest score.
Yeah, so that means it's going to add it in order, right?
We should I think I'm gonna make a high score variable.
What for?
For the list so then instead because I don't want it because instead of it changing adding the amount of points like adding the points even if it adding the point your how many points you got even if it's lower than your highest amount of points you've gotten before.
Mm. So we want to make this instead. So this is going to be a long one. So we need to, we want to put both the user and the points into scores. So instead of just points, I'm going to add a second concatenate, join. And then user, and that should look better. Okay, fine. Okay, and that should be my thing. And then I'm running out of time. 3, 2, 1. And it stops. And then let's take a look at our list. And it added it. That's good. But why did it add it so much times? Oh, because of the clone. How do you check if I'm not a clone? I
Maybe,
guess if player ID equals 6.
maybe we can do the when I receive. Maybe we can put those codes on a different sprite that doesn't have clones.
No, no, no. This one, because remember our clone, and we have IDs. The last clone ID is 6, so that 6 is our original character. So we need to check if our ID is equal to 6, and
Sure.
then we can do this stuff. So here we're gonna say if ID is equal to 6, and I should add it one time. Oh, and make sure also to well, this one has a bunch of scores. I need to delete all the scores. So uh, just for this time, I'm gonna delete all the scores. Uh, flag is healthy busters. There. And then I'm gonna press flag, start the game. Yeah, I have a thing, play, and then
I want it.
I want what? What is it?
Like I want to make it so then instead of adding the amount of points, instead of adding your points to the leaderboard, if it's
What?
even if it's lower than your high score.
You still want to add it?
Like I want to add the high score instead of the points, if because I don't want the ones that because I don't want the thing that's higher. Like I don't want the points. Like if the points that's I only want it to add the points. I only want it to add the points to this leaderboard if it gets higher than your high score and
But
not
it's if it's only higher than the current high score, right? The current leaderboard high score, right?
what?
You want to add the point only if the high score is higher than the leaderboard high score, right?
No, like I only want to add the points to. I only want to add the points to this leaderboard the if if the time runs out and the point is higher than your highest amount of points you've won.
Yeah, but the highest points you've won should come from the leaderboard, right? Or is that or how
Oh, but there still might be a problem, like with this leaderboard. Like if you do it a second time, it might actually instead of just changing the thing on the list, then it might actually just add another thing to the list.
I
And
see.
also need to figure, but we also need to make it so it um sorts.
Yeah, so another thing we can do is we can just store the best 5 scores. So if your score is in between any of those 5 scores, then we record it. If it's not, then we don't care about it.
What?
That so what we can do is we can record only the first the 5 high scores. So whatever score you have, if your score is somewhere between the high scores, then it gets a place in the high score. If it doesn't, then it goes away. It's not gonna remember it.
That means.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand what that means.
Okay. So let me bring out the whiteboard. Let's see, clear. So imagine this, right? So we have player A, and this player got 60 points, right? Player B got 55 points.
Players.
C, D, and E. All right. So these are 5 players. So 55, 53, 49, and 48. Okay. So these are our high scores. Okay. So now let's just say your player F, right? So this player F just got 36 points, right? So what we're gonna do is we're only gonna record 5 scores.
No,
Okay.
but what if F? But what if G has 30 points, but then he gets, but then he plays again and gets something like, and then gets 50 points. How are we gonna?
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to explain. So here we still have an F, right? So F got 36 points. So then we look at the score, and the score is too low, so we're not going to add it to the list, right? But now let's just say player F plays again, and then he gets 50 points, right? So now these 50 points are gonna go up here. They're gonna go down here, right? So now player F, this goes down, this goes away, and now it's going to be player D equals 49, player F equals 50, and then from there C and B. So it's A, B, C, F, and D. Does that make sense, or is it confusing?
But how are we gonna make it so it actually sorts it like that?
Oh, the sorting is easy. We just it's what we have to do is just order the numbers, and then depending on that, then that's how we sort the list. So don't worry too much about that. That's the easier part. It's just the insertion part. That's where we need to look out for. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we need to add our. Let's see. Yeah. So we need to add all this information into the thing. Does this have a split button? No, it doesn't have a split. How do you how do you cut something in Scratch?
I'm looking.
Letter of this. Ah, letter of this length. Okay, so this is the little weird part that we're gonna get into because this is how we're going to sort the stuff. So here we're going to say we're going to loop through the scores. So we're going to repeat 5 times because there's only 5 things in our scores. Should be there 5 things in our scores. Actually, no, it's going to be whatever the length of scores is. So repeat the length of scores, and then we're going to grab that object. So how do we know what number we're in? Oh, we need to make a variable. Okay, we need to make a variable for this sprite only, and we're gonna call it index. It's okay. And then we're gonna set index to 0, and then we're going to change index by 1, so it goes up by 1 every time, and then we grab item blank of this. So this is by index, so we're gonna look for index. Okay. So we're gonna grab this, and this is gonna be our variable, and then here we're going to repeat. Yeah. How are we gonna do this?
Okay.
I think what we're gonna do is instead of joining semicolon, we're just gonna have two separate lists to make this easier. Because if we do this, that they both have names, we need to sort a lot of stuff. So yeah. Okay. So here we have the index, and then we're repeating this stuff here. And then we're gonna grab item at index, and that's gonna be our first object, and we're gonna say we need another variable for this sprite only, and it's gonna be called max. Okay, and we're gonna set max to and grab index item one of scores, and actually we're gonna set index to 1, not 0. Okay, and if oops, so if greater than so if item at indexing is greater than max, then max, so set max to item at that score. Okay, perfect. So that's our maximum number. Okay, so well, but this grabs just our maximum number. So do we delete this? I think we should delete it. But then we have to make a different. Oh my god, this is gonna be big. Let's see, because I'm doing this right now. I didn't do this for the last class. Yeah, so we need to add. Oh, so we need to make a dummy list. So we need to make an actual. So this list, call it I don't know, the real list, the real high score. So scoreboard, I guess, or sorted scoreboard, sorted scoreboard. Okay, and okay, so yeah, so we're gonna add here, add sorted scoreboard, add the item of indexing to sorted scoreboard. Oh, and one thing also, we need to remove this. This one is actually 0. So set max to 0. Max has to be 0 first. We need to have another loop on this thing. So we need another repeat. So repeat until the list is empty. So here, until the length of scores. I'm gonna remove this stuff. I could repeat until the list is equal to the length of scores is equal to 0. And then we're going to repeat the length of scores this, and then add item to the sorter scoreboard, and I'm going to delete. Of course. There you go. This should work.
I don't even understand what the code.
I'll explain what's going on first.
So can you pause? I need to get everything.
Yeah, sure. I'm missing one last thing. Sorry, I'm gonna mess this up a bit. I'm missing one variable. I totally forgot. We need a max num. So we have max and max num. Oh, sorry. No, it's not max num. It's a max index. I'm sorry, index. Max index. So yeah, make sure you make that variable. I'll explain to you what's going on. Okay, this should work. This is the sorting stuff that you were worrying about, and I'll explain it. It's very simple. So max index. Okay, yeah, this should work. Let me know when you're ready so I can explain to you what's going on. Hey, did you finish copying?
How come you have over? How come you have 2,000 things on the sorted scoreboard?
Because I clicked on game over and I kept on doing it. So that's the reason. See how you know how you can click? Oops. You know how you can double click on a thing and it runs that only that part of the code. It's a little weird. Okay, are we good?
Wait, mommy, wait. My time's at 0, and my length keeps getting higher and higher.
I'm sorry.
My time left is at 0, and my length of sorted scoreboard keeps getting higher and higher.
Yeah, so we need to fix that problem.
It's already at it's already over 2,000, and yours is already 200,000.
Yeah, so we're gonna fix that problem right now. So one thing we need to do all this stuff. So grab the repeat until and put it inside the if statement. So remember that we have different IDs, so we have other clones that are doing exactly the same. So we're gonna put this inside it only if it's ID 6. Okay. And also, what we need to do is when the flag is clicked, we need to clear what scores is, and then In this case, because it's very big, we're just gonna clear. We're gonna clear both scores. So yeah, let's just do that. So we can have a blank thing, just for now. So just when a flag is clicked, just clear both of them. So delete all scores, and then delete all scoreboard. Yeah, so we can have an empty thing just for now.
Oh, oh.
Okay, do we have it? Okay. So now let's. So now that we have the scoreboard ready, now we need to start adding points to this. So let's add some scores to this thing so you can run the game. I'm gonna change this to 10 seconds so I have a little more chance to put some scores. So I'm gonna put Fernando, and I'm gonna press play. I'm gonna move my. I'm gonna uncheck some of my text. Right. Okay. Get some shuffles. The
What?
game is over, so now my score is now there. That's good.
Something's not working
What's not working?
with the button. Like I already put my answer.
You have to press your answer, and then you have to press the check mark, and then you can click the play button. It's a little weird.
But then now I keep now this now there's so many of now I
Yeah, because I think you were just pressing the play button, so it kept on
I
spawning
wa-
the.
I
Hmm?
wasn't pressing the play. I just pressed the play button once.
Okay, did you get? Does it work now? Does it not do like a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff in the list?
But now there's now I only wait. But now there's only one thing in the leaderboard.
One thing on the leaderboard.
Yeah, but it played 2 times. Or maybe it's because I did the same name. My total. Don't remember that. There's still only one thing on the leaderboard.
It's only one thing.
Yeah. Even though I played 2 times and I put both of them with a different name.
Let me try mine out. Okay, do this. Min, Min, do this. Uh, so we need to put the correct list of information into the correct list. So what we're gonna do is before the repeat. So let's remove the repeat from the if. For now, we need to add another part. So that's actually the part we need to make all our points work. So here we need to go through the list of stuff. So we're going to grab a loop. So we're going to say repeat the length of sorted scoreboards, and we're going to set. So just add. I mean, add. Oh, before this, we need to delete all of scores. Okay, so delete all of scores, and then go through this, and then add um, add item of scoreboards to scores. And then here, we're actually going to reuse the index stuff. So we can say index equals 0. So set after you the score. So set index to 0. And then here we're going to change index. Oh, sorry. It's set index to 1. And then change index by 1. And we're going to change index by 1 and then put item index of scoreboard. There we go. So we're gonna dump all the information and dump all of this into scores. So once we have scores, now we can just plug this in, and then we should have. Oops, I changed this to score. Yeah. So make sure your code looks like this. Let me zoom out just a bit. I actually zoom in actually, right here. So all the ifs, all the if stuff. Okay, and then when you have this, you can play the game, and I'll show you that it works. So right now I have two high scores. 0 high score. Nice. I have 1 point, and then there you go. And my score is now updated.
Can you
Mhm.
take off the thing that we took off before we added the code?
Which one?
The repeat until length of leaderboard equals 0.
Oh, why did I take it off?
Yeah.
Because we only want to go through. Yeah,
It off so I want you to take it off so I can see what code. The code.
this one, right? That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have
Can I plug my thing back in?
Wait, not yet. I need to see if there's anything.
Okay.
Wait, I said not yet. Okay.
Ah.
Mm, 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 ready.
Ready? Okay. Let me just delete my list. Okay, and then we can check it out. So I'm gonna give myself more than 10 seconds instead of 15 seconds.
Wait, wait.
What? What is it?
Um, just need to change one thing. Mm.
You ready?
No, I need to switch this one. I forgot to put the thing in.
So when we need one more thing, Min. I actually forgot one thing. This one, delete all of sorted board. We need to put it right after you add points to score. So that's the one I forgot. So it's before the repeat, and then that's the one I just forgot, and that's it.
Something's wrong.
What's wrong?
I'm still sharing my screen.
You still what?
I'm still sharing my screen.
Ah, okay. Let me see your screen.
Like, there's too many things on the sorted scoreboard. And all of them are on like a zero.
Ah, I see. Okay. You know what? Do you want me to just share my code with you? Just put it in your backpack so you can just grab it, or maybe you're didn't copy something correctly.
And then now this is all twos.
Yeah, because you're not deleting your scoreboard. Remember the code I just told you to write?
I don't
Here.
see.
Let me go through your code then. Scroll up just a bit. Okay, just stay there. Okay, length of leaderboard.
I think I know.
What?
I forgot to put something.
Yeah, you're supposed to delete that. Yeah, remember you're supposed to have two. You sorted leaderboard and leaderboard. Hold on. You're supposed to have repeat the length of sorted leaderboard. So you have the wrong one. So the third line, or sorry, after the green stuff. So after clone equals 6, the third one, the repeat block, go up. No, up. Right there, that one. That leaderboard. It's not leaderboard. It's what's it called? No.
Huh? This.
Instead of leaderboard, put sorted leaderboard.
Oh.
Yeah, sorted leader. Okay, that. Hold on, we're still not done. This is item leaderboard, sorted leaderboard. The line after that. Min.
What?
Yeah, that one. The line right after, right below the one you just changed. So after inside the repeat block, yeah, that one. Stop. Change instead of leaderboard. Change it to sorted leaderboard. That one. That one has to be sorted leaderboard. Okay. Now let's see. 1 points to. So the next one is a sorted leaderboards. It's not sorted leaderboards where it says add points. Change that sorted leaderboards to leaderboard. Change that to leaderboard. Okay, and then delete all of leaderboard. That's good. And then we have length of scores, which is leaderboard. Set
Change.
index. Set index to 1. So instead of 0, it's 1. So set index to 1. Mhm. And then the next one is -1, max to -1. Okay, repeat length of leaderboard. Good. If item is a leaderboard greater than max, good. Let's scroll down just a bit.
Wait.
What is it?
There.
Yeah. Scroll down just a bit. Okay, stop. Index, hold on. Index, set max to leaderboard, good. And then change index by 1, good. And then we have to the if statement, we had add max to 1. Scoreboard. Wait. Okay, can you change that, Min? Instead of item max index, you need max. So that line, just grab max. Yeah, just there. Oh, no. Remove item of. You just have to have max. Yeah, remove that and just put max. Yeah. And then for the same thing with the other one. The other one, you just need max index. The second one, yeah. Just max index. And then delete the other one. Okay, and then delete that one. Delete the thing you just grabbed. Yeah. And then why do you have a set index to 1 thing? I don't understand that. Can you remove that?
You put. You mean. You
Did I
mean.
put that?
Yeah.
Um,
You put a set index in the start.
no. Scroll down all the way in the bottom. The last part of the code. Yeah, you see how it says set index? I don't have a set index.
I didn't see that.
I see. Okay. So yeah, that looks like that's it. Scroll up.
Okay.
Scroll up just a bit. Okay, yeah, your code looks okay. Your code looks right now. So delete everything on your sorted leaderboard. So just grab a flag, go to events, click a flag, and then delete the sorted leaderboard just for now. Delete all, yeah. Click on the flag, so delete it, and then you throw that away. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's play the game. Press play. Okay, just enter some name. Just, okay, and then play. Okay, and then try to play the game. And so far, no points. Okay, grab at least 1 point. Oh, well, game is over. 0 points. At least you have 0 points. Okay, try to play again, and then try to at least catch 1 ball. What happened?
It wasn't letting me do. It wasn't letting me move.
Oh. Okay, so you got 1 point. No.
No.
Unlucky. Oh, now you have 1. Now rig the game. Press play again, and then give yourself more points. Well, it's gonna go change back to 0, but yeah. So you have to start the game and then move it. Start the game first. I think you clicked it twice now. Yeah, you clicked it twice. Do it again. Okay. Yeah. And now change your points. Okay, just leave it there. Okay, and let's see what's gonna happen now. Okay, so there you go. So now the sorted leaderboard gets up there. Okay, now do it again and just add a different number so we can check if the sorting actually works. So play again, and then put like 30 points, and then the 30 points should be right after 91. Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait for the time to get out. Okay, and there we go. Cool, right?
Now
okay.
I need to rename something maybe or something.
Yeah, you can you uncheck your variables so they don't see, and then we're also gonna hide our lists. So first, let's hide both of our lists. So when the flag is clicked, the grab of when the flag is clicked, hide list scores, and then hide list the sorted scoreboard. Sorry, the scoreboard and sorted scoreboard, and then only when I receive game over, you're gonna show show list. So when you're done with everything, all the way in the bottom, show list, of course. Okay. So now you have more space to see.
What? Now what? I don't know what else. I don't know where to put the show list.
Show list is all the way in the bottom of our of
These
the
are
when you receive game over. So the stuff we just did, all the way in the bottom, is we want to show the list only when we're done sorting. Make sure you are showing the sorted list.
tongue or here?
Show it. No, down there. No, down. All the way in the bottom. The last one. Yeah. Sorted.
What's her name?
You're gonna rename it.
First, let's remove.
Okay. One last thing, Min. Before we leave, because it's almost time to go. You only want to keep the best 5 scores, right? So to keep the best 5 scores, here on this repeat block, after you delete all the sorted, change this to 5, and it's only going to keep. So instead of length of scores, change this to 5, and it's going to only keep 5 scores. Best 5 scores. Right after you delete all the leaderboard. Yeah, right there. So remove that and then change it to 5. Okay, so I think you already have 5 scores, so it's gonna keep it at 5 scores. Yeah, see? So it added a 6th one, but then it removed it because your leaderboard said only 1. Okay. All right, so that's it for today, Min. So we didn't go through our cloud variable, so we're gonna do that next time, okay?
Hold on, I'm gonna set the leaderboard. So then, once I share it, it doesn't have all the scores. There.
Okay. All right then. So do you have any more questions, Min, for today? I know today was a little confusing, but that's how sorting works for this list stuff. Oh, do you want me to explain it quickly how the sorting works, Min?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our list, right? So we have scores. Okay. So this is our scores list, and this list was unordered. So we have, let's just say 30, 90, 5, 10, and 2, right? We have these stuff. So what's going on here is if we go to our code here, what we're doing is first, we're grabbing all the stuff that we have in our current high score list, and we're dumping everything into scores, which in this case, it's this one. So this, imagine everything is dumped in here. Okay, so we have all the information we want. Okay, then what we're doing is we're repeating through this list. In this case, we're doing 5 only. We're going through this list, and we're only looking for the max. So what we do is we say max is equal to -1. Okay, so just in case we have a 0 around there. So what we do is we're going to say, okay, first check the first one. The first thing is the first thing greater than max. So is 30 bigger than -1?
Yeah.
Yeah. So max now becomes 30. Okay, and then it moves to the second one. Now it asks, Is this number bigger than max?
Yes.
Yeah, so max now becomes 90. Okay. So then we go to the next one. Is this number bigger than max?
No.
No. Is this number bigger than max?
No.
No. Right? And then finally, is this number bigger than max?
No.
No. So what's my max? My max is 90. So now my high score, or the sorted, sorry, I'm just going to call it S high score. Okay, I'm just going to call that S score, S high score. And then here we add our first thing. So now it's 90. We add 90 here. Okay. Then what we do is we delete that item from here. So now we grab a block here and we delete 90. Okay. So now we do this again. Max gets turned back to -1. And now it says, is -1, is this number bigger than max? Yes. So our max is now 90. But 30, I mean. Okay. So since 90 is not there anymore, now it asks this number. Is 5 greater than max? Then 10, and then 2. But then 30 is the biggest one, right? So then max now gets added here. So the next one is 30. Then we erase 30. Okay. Now that we erased 30, we now have these three numbers. So now our number is -1 again, right? So now we ask, is -1 greater than 5? Yes. Our max is now what? 5. Okay. And then here it asks, is this number bigger than 5? Than max, which is 5? Yeah. So then max now becomes 10. Okay. And then is 2 bigger than 10?
No.
No. Right? So our new max is 10. So now we add 10 to the list. Then we erase this, right? And then we go back to the list, and now our max is now 1 again. So now it's 1. So now it checks -1, I mean. So is 5 greater than -1?
Yes.
Yeah, so now max becomes 5, right? And then is 2 bigger than 5? No.
No.
Right? So then we put 5 here. Okay?
Then 2
And then,
numbers.
and then 2 is the last one. 2 is greater than 1, -1. And then there's no more numbers, so then we just put it down here. So you see how we sorted the list?
Yeah.
So what we did is we're just going through and we had a variable called max, and we started deleting the numbers depending on how big the numbers are did we get. Okay, so that's what's happening here. So that's why you see a delete, add, and then here we're checking if that number is greater than max. If it is, then make it the new max. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully that made sense, Min. This is advanced stuff. This is called sorting a list. So this is really good stuff to know, because this will help you if you do programming. This is going to help you a lot. Okay. All right. So that's it for today, Min. And I think
back.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna set the time back.
Okay. Okay. So we'll see you next time. Okay, Min.
Okay.
All right. I know this today was long, but we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.